Hello, welcome back. So we're gonna talk about the graphical EQ or equalization. So the graphical equalization, in a very simple explanation, it has sliders, and the work of those sliders is for you to boost any signal that is going through those signal range. So now let's go to the effect. This is the graphical EQ. So any signal that is on 31 hertz, this slider is gonna affect it. Any signal that is on 62 hertz, the slider is gonna affect it. 125 hertz is going to be affected. 250 is going to be affected. 500 hertz, 1 kilohertz, 2 kilohertz, 4 kilohertz, 8 kilohertz, 16 kilohertz, and this is just the level of the particular pedal itself. So listening to my instrument, nothing has been altered, but now let's work on the flows, that signals that are going through 31 hertz. We have now raised it to plus 20 dB. You see some difference? We are working on the bass. These are the lows. These are the lows. So these are the lows. Still the lows. So it is affecting those signals. For example, now let us put low. Now you will not be hearing the lows much. So that is the work. Now let's go to the high section, the middle section, and the high section. I'm on the G string, D string. So that is the work of the graphical EQ. So those signals that are going through 1 kilohertz, you're gonna be affected by this slider. So it's either you are lowering it or you are highing it. So these are the more treble section. These are the more treble section. These are the more treble section. usually things some people try to do with EQ is just to balance the lows, the highs, and the middle. So the level is just the level you want it to be coming out. So that's just the basic settings for the EQ. That's the graphical EQ for you. So you just want to use it to shape your tone. So that is just the basic. So another thing you also need to take note of is the pickup selection. The settings you done on the graphical EQ also has to do with the pickup selection. If you're on the neck pickup and you do some settings, things are gonna be kind of changed when you are running it on the neck and the middle. So you also need to be aware of that so once you're on the neck and you do some settings, when you change the pickup position, that is when you change the selector to be picking the middle or the bridge and the middle, or only the bridge, the sound is not gonna be the same. So that is just the basic thing. So another thing I also want you to know is GT100 also comes with a global settings. This is the global equalization, which has the low gain, the mid gain, the mid frequency, the mid EQ, that is the mid equalization, and the high gain. So these settings, I did not touch it. I did not touch these settings. Just know that these settings also affect, because this is a global setting, which means it's global. It affects everything. So this is the global settings. So if someone is giving you a patch or anything, and the person have already done some settings on this global EQ, chances are that you might not sound the same, because of the global EQ has been altered, and it's not gonna come with those settings. This is the global EQ for you. So that is the thing I just want you to know. The EQ is important in the music world and in the guitar world for you to to get your sound moving in a very nice movement that you want. You don't want anyone to be, or sometimes you can want the bass to be high and you want the high to be low. So it all depends on your settings.